Without the run and gun genre, would third-person shooters like Gears of War and first-person shooters like Doom have ever existed? This is a question that's posed at the beginning about how instrumental the genre was by laying out some groundwork and inspiration for many genres that came after. And while there is no way to get a definitive answer to the question, after turning the final page, it is easier to connect the dots. Before jumping in, we just wanted to take a quick second to talk about our 2024 goals as an outlet. Our two main goals are getting more quality comments and getting to 15,000 subscribers. If you're unfamiliar, we're trying to blur the lines between content creation and traditional media, and our mission is to do this while creating a more elevated and positive environment without negativity or toxicity. Bitmap books are bastions of preserving video game culture with extremely high quality prints. Oftentimes, these books help preserve genres of gaming that were once considered royalty, but have since been lost to the sands of time as gaming technology and sometimes preferences evolve. In this case, Dave Cook takes a deep dive into the run and gun genre, which is both broader than you think and older than you are expecting. What makes Bitmap books so good outside of their insane attention to detail on the physical product is the information that goes inside the book. There is usually a foreword from someone that has been instrumental in the industry. In this case, it's the wise words from KJ Inafune, who was most notably instrumental in the Mega Man franchise, which helped define the run and gun genre. However, this book begins by going above and beyond with a second foreword from Studio MDHR founders Chad and Jared Moldenhauer, who created one of the biggest indie games of all time with Cuphead, a game that carries on the tradition started by the genre decades earlier. Once you get past two incredible forwards, there is a plethora of knowledge waiting for you with over 300 games and each one complete with a personal story or some interesting development fact. The truly instrumental titles and heavyweights of the genre get the extra love and attention that they deserve, like Contra, Metal Slug, Cuphead, and many others. No matter what the genre is, there is always an opportunity to learn. It's also sometimes one of the only ways to experience certain titles by reading about it, as gaming is one of the most difficult mediums to preserve. As someone who rented loads of games growing up through the 90s, it was fun to come across games that were long lost memories. It doesn't matter what your level of expertise is with the genre, Dave Cook walks you through what makes a run and gun, how the genre began from humble beginnings in the 1970s, how it evolved, and where it is today. Some games included box art, and I wish this was an inclusion for more of the games in the book. Not only does it add an extra layer of nostalgia to remember what the covers look like on the shelf at the rental store, but also to see how fascinating they are for numerous reasons. Sometimes it was just interesting to see how different the box art was compared to the actual game itself, and other times, with something like Contra, it was wild to see how much the character uses Arnold Schwarzenegger's likeness without infringement. This was clearly different times. The other issue that I have is that one of my favorite studios, Housemarque, are completely absent from the book. Matterfall is basically a modern Contra, and Nex Machina feels like a modern take on Robotron 2084, all the way down to the pioneer of the genre, Eugene Jarvis, being a major consultant on the game. I just don't know why Housemarque wasn't included, as these games tick all the boxes for what makes a run and gun. We don't give review scores to anything from Bitmap books, but at this point, if you're interested in the medium of gaming or the run and gun genre, Bitmap books are the finest purveyors of print for gaming at the moment. Dave Cook has filled this book to the brim with his knowledge, along with the help from a few other people to fill in some gaps, and while there are a few minor gripes, there is no denying the overall quality of the package. In case you're wondering why we didn't talk about the packaging and physical quality, it's because we partnered up with Bitmap Books to give away one of these incredible books, and we want you to see it for yourself. If this video gets 5,000 views, we will send a copy of Run and Gun, A History of On-Foot Shooters to one lucky person. For full details on how to enter, check the description below, and until next time, remember to be nice to your fellow gamer, but more importantly, be nice to your fellow human.